Listen, I want to start this off by being really clear about something. In my opinion, every single life is a life worth living, no matter how we might feel about the way we're currently living it. Maybe as you're watching this video, you feel completely stuck in your old behaviour patterns that are really difficult for you to get away from. You might even be thinking that it's an impossible task to change the way you're currently doing things. If that's the case, don't worry, it's totally fine. You are exactly where you need to be. Why? Because you literally cannot be anywhere else than you currently are. So let's begin with acceptance. When we want to make changes, we first have to accept where we are. From that point, we can decide where we want to be so we can actually take deliberate actions to get there. For me, accepting that my life was in a place that definitely wasn't where I wanted it to be was the springboard for making changes. Before I could actually make those changes, I needed to know what areas of life were important for me to make those changes in. Where did I want to focus my attention and what was important for me to work on? Living the life I want to live is all about living a life with purpose and meaning. It's about lining up with your true core values and beliefs. And we're only going to be motivated to take the actions that are needed to create that purpose and meaning if we're taking those actions in the areas of life that are important for us. At the same time, keep in mind that nobody has the right to tell you what should or shouldn't be important to you. This was a concept that took me a while to get my head around. I get to choose what's important to me, just like you get to choose what's important to you. Once we know what it is that's actually important to us, we can use our understanding of the 5 core values to figure out what our true, authentic core beliefs are. Then we use this information to guide the way we live our lives. This understanding is essential in any type of self-analysis for behaviour change, but particularly in a dialectical behaviour therapy approach. From a DBT perspective, we're not looking to judge our choices as good or bad or right or wrong. We're simply analysing whether they're effective or ineffective for living the life I want to live. When practicing self-analysis, we ask the simple question, are the things I'm doing, the decisions that I'm making, and the actions that I'm taking lining up with my true core values and beliefs in the areas of life that are important for me? If they're not, then we get curious, not judgmental, about the reasons and the stories that are keeping me stuck in a behaviour pattern that's simply not an effective thing for me to do. So what are these 10 different areas of life that we need to be aware of, and how do we establish which ones are important for you? Let's start with what they are. The following is a list of the 10 domains of life from which you get to choose what's important to you. Obviously, this list is in no particular order, and remember, you're assessing each domain's level of importance as it is for you right now. This can and definitely will change as your life evolves. The importance that each domain holds for you is extremely unique and fluid by nature. For example, right now, as I'm recording this video, I'm developing a new business and working on building my private practice. So it makes sense that career and employment are high on my level of importance. Over time, as my life changes, these areas will no longer hold as much significance and other domains will overtake them in importance for me. This is the case for all of the domains as they can shift and move throughout our lifespan. I suggest completing this exercise every 6 months so that you can evaluate your life, see how you're living according to your values and beliefs, and make the necessary adjustments in behaviour to bring things in line with the direction you want your life to go. In the website page that's attached to this video, I'll leave some links in the description below. You're going to find an exercise that's attached to the PDF at the bottom of the page. It's central to the work of behaviour change that we understand what's important to us in the way we're living our lives. Completing this exercise gives us direction moving forward in that each week we get to choose an area of life that we want to work on, as well as a specific value that we want to practice living that week. Then we take definitive actions to live this way and analyse what comes up internally when we try to take the actions that we've made a commitment to take. When this analysis is done mindfully, non-judgmentally, and with self-compassion, it actually establishes a connection with the parts of our personality that are activated when trying to live the life we want to live. Parts that are usually stuck in a state of fear about what it means to do the things that we're trying to do. This fear is often generated by the many different schema that we've developed as a result of our unmet childhood needs, and building awareness for these stories and the impact they have on our system opens the doorway to the possibility for individual change and unconditional self-acceptance, which is the ultimate goal that we're all attempting to achieve by doing this work. In the PDF that we talked about before, you're going to find a list of the 10 domains that we're trying to assess, along with a brief description of what each one represents. Try to establish their importance to you right now. Remember, this might change over time, and that's completely okay. You can revisit this exercise as many times as you like throughout the journey of your life. I often revisit this list myself as it helps me to take a look at how things might have changed for me, how they might have moved in a different direction or just slightly shifted. As you read through the description of each domain, think about its importance to you at this time of your life. You might see things that could be important for you in the future, but right now they're just not on your agenda. For example, it might be important for you to develop an intimate partnership in the future, but at this point in time, there's just not the space for this type of relationship in your life. Maybe you have to work on your mental health or develop a new career or even finish school before you can explore this area with the right degree of commitment. When you decide the level of importance that each domain has for you, grade it according to the scale at the top of the page. Then, at the end of the exercise, list the top domains that are important for you. This is super important because we're going to use it later on to define your values and beliefs. If you take a look around my YouTube channel or go through the pages of my website, you're going to find a lot more videos and handouts that expand on this and many other skills associated with dialectical behaviour therapy. If you want to know more, come join our live online conversations every single week. I'll drop some links in the description below. And as always, if you like the content of this video, please subscribe to the channel, leave a comment and smash that like button. Turn on those notifications for all the latest from me and the Liberation Place. I hope this video gave you some insight for how you can change those behaviours that you're trying to change. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you again soon. Take care, be safe and be well.